ever say this to someone, they're never gonna believe us.
That's true.
I was shocked. You were shocked. Salam alaikum everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I am Sheikha, this is my husband Muhammad. We are going to talk about the night that we got engaged, which was also the night that you officially said your shahada and converted. Okay, so last time we told you guys a little bit about how everything started with us. He slid in my DM. A couple days later, we met each other for the first time. Oh, pause this one and go watch our Q&A if you haven't seen it, because I'm literally gonna like give spoilers. We met on Sunday, the 17th of November for the first time. After we met, I told y'all that I went home and I prayed my istikhara prayer. The day after that, he texted me in Kurdish. I felt like that was the answer to my istikhara. The day after that, he asked me some things about Isa alayhi salam. I read Surah Al-Maryam for him, and that's when he, you know, got his answer, and he was like, okay, I'm in love. She's the one, right? And he said,
it's Friday, it's not 9. If we met on Sunday, again on Friday, it's 5 days, not 9.
5 days!
Yeah.
Did you think about that this whole time and not listen to a word I said?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Okay!
I heard.
He was on his way home from work, and I had like recorded voice notes of myself reading Surah Al-Maryam, and then he was listening to it on the train. And the reason why, we haven't even said this part, the reason why he was so shocked and he was so, this is the one, and he was so, this is the religion is the one. All of the questions he had was answered with my, you know, commentary.
It's, you can't explain it.
I can't explain it, right? And I was commenting as I was reading, and I was explaining a little background things, because, you know, in the Quran, you don't always get, you know, it's not always so straightforward. It's a little bit backstories and stuff and hadiths that you have to mention. So I was doing that while I was reading and also giving my 2 cents as well. And literally he told me, he was like, all the questions I had while I was listening to your voice notes, 2 seconds later you would answer them.
Even when I replied to, in the next note, the answer was already there. So.
Whoa. That was not even me, bro. That was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking to you directly, saying, okay, you are on the right path, keep going.
Keep listening.
Keep listening.
Ears up.
And let's say this was Tuesday, and then so we met again on Friday. He came to my town. I met him at our mall. We have like one mall. I'm from a small town. Oh yeah, it was a little awkward because, again, like
the hugging part.
Yeah, it was like I saw that he was gonna be like, so do we hug, do we not? And I was like, eh. And he was like, okay, cool, that's fine. So we went for a walk, basically. A walk that for us felt like 3 hours maximum, but literally I think it lasted 8 hours.
Yeah.
I thought, let me show him all the things that are nostalgic to me. I took him to the theater, but there was a man working there, and I was like, could you open this part up for us? Because I want to show him what it looks like, because it's really pretty. It's like, he was like, yeah, I'll give you guys a tour of the whole place and lock all the doors up for you. You could see the stages and everything. And for me, it's like, I don't know, it was really special because I like literally grew up performing on those very stages. He showed us everything. There was a play ongoing, so there was a whole set, remember?
Yeah.
On the stage.
Yeah, there was supposed to be something the day after.
Something the day after. We walked past the masjid, and he was like, can I go in there someday? Because at this moment it was closed because it was late. And I said, sure, yeah, you could go in there, like everyone's welcome. And then he said, oh, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And then I thought to myself, okay, here's my chance. You can, you know, say the shahada. So I asked him, I said, well, do you believe that there is only one God? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay, do you believe that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the final and last messenger? He said, yeah. And I was like, well, then you are Muslim, bro. Like, you're Muslim already. You've been Muslim, but you just haven't said the shahada yet. And I said, do you want to say it? And he said, yeah. At this point, we're standing outside of the masjid. I'm like flying inside. And so I said it in English first, and then he repeated it, and then I said it in Arabic, and then you repeated it. And this time, we're both like, we have tears in our eyes. We're both like shaking. I was almost like levitating because I was shaking so much. I was like, oh my God, you know? And then you said, and this is how we got engaged, y'all. This is how we got engaged.
Listen up.
Listen up. And then you said, I'm gonna cry. Okay, that's not what he said. You said, I could really use a hug right now. And then I said, yeah, I would love to hug you. And then he said, inshallah, I can hug you soon. And that's how we got engaged.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. And I was like, oh, he wants to hug me soon. That means he wants to marry me. It's like we want to do everything halal. Allah will put blessings in our marriage. And so and it was so special. And I was just flying. And at this point, we're like concluding our walk. And he parked at the mall. Oh, he's beating so fast. Are you thinking about that night? Like literally I'm about to cry. Parking space was locked. There is no way in. And it clearly says on the sign outside, it says, if your car is in here and you need to get the door open, it's gonna cost you. Like, we'll send the janitor down, but it's gonna be expensive. I saw that he was starting to get a little bit stressed, and I was like, you know what? Just say, khair inshallah, have sabr, and I explained what this means. He was cool as a cucumber. Yeah. I don't know how you felt inside, but I saw that you were like, okay, khair inshallah, whatever, man, it's gonna be fine probably. I had a nice night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could see that you were not bothered.
No.
Now that I know you, I know what you look like when you're bothered. And thinking back, I don't think you were that bothered.
No, not really.
We called the guy. I was like, yo, janitor man, can you come get the car out? And he was like, yeah, but you know it's going to be expensive, right? You can't wait until tomorrow. I was like, no, somebody doesn't live in this town. They got to go home. He's like, okay. It took him maybe 10 minutes and he was down there. Like I said, small town, doesn't take long. He came downtown and opened up the garage. He could get his car. And what happens next shocked us to the point where we didn't say anything. And then like afterwards we said, if we ever say this to someone, they're never going to believe us.
That's true.
I was shocked. You were shocked. We were both like, what? Subhanallah. Keep in mind what I said earlier. He had sub, but he was fine. And the fine was expensive. Like, it was a stiff price. So the man comes and then he says these words, which is what shocked us first. I was like, what? He said, view this as a gift from someone. Because I don't have my papers with me, so I'm not going to give you a fine. I'm going to let you off for free. Have a nice night, y'all.
Makes no sense.
And we were like, what? What do you mean? We didn't say anything. We didn't say nothing. He just left and we were like, alright, well, talk to you another time. We were just shocked. Anyway, so that was the story of the night that we got engaged. Immediately after this night, when I went home, when he went home, we just started to get married after that. Because the next time we met, it was family, him to my mom, my dad. I was really nervous about him meeting my dad. He's always been really, really protective over me. And I have had my heart broken before. So he was extra cautious with me this time. And he let me know from like Jump Street. He was like, yo, whoever comes to me now, better come correct. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I was scared for him, but we got in there. My dad was like really nice to him and like not standoffish at all, which he could come across as. He basically talked for like 10 minutes.
Straight.
10 minutes straight about himself, about our family, about me. And this is what he did. I was so scared for you. He's done talking after 10 minutes of talking. He says, now, tell me about yourself. What do you want? My guy! You know what he said? You were so cute. You said, I just want to marry your daughter. I'm just trying to marry her. Can I marry her? And my dad was like, he said, did you convert for her? And then he said, no. Basically, I was Muslim for a long time. And then now it's just, you know, she inspired that to make it official. You'd already started to pray, to learn how to pray, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dad was like, okay, so here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna be nice to her. You're not gonna hurt her feelings. You are my son now. Welcome to the family. You know, so he accepted. We met, I think 5 times we met in person before our nikah. And from our first meeting until the date of our nikah was 2 months straight. So we met for the first time the 17th of November, and then we got married the 17th of January.
That's correct.
So everything was really, you know, happening so fast. And everyone in my family, before meeting him, was like, yo, we're gonna ask him everything. They had a million questions, and I didn't have any questions. They like kept asking me like, so what do you guys are gonna do about this? What are you gonna do about that? And I was like, I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. I don't know. They're like, yo, you don't know this guy. How can you just marry him? I was like, bro, people know each other for years. They're married for years and it doesn't work out. Nothing is guaranteed, but we're like doing this for the sake of Allah. We want to, you know, be together for the sake of Allah. Like, we want a good halal relationship, and that's why we're getting married. And then they were like, okay, we don't understand it, but we respect it because you guys are grown at the end of the day. And you're right, nothing is guaranteed to anybody, but don't come crying to us, okay? And I was like, okay. Alhamdulillah, everything worked out. This was basically a whole story. You guys know everything now. This is everything. There is no more. Every time we met each other, it was like a fairy tale. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this video, please let us know in the comments. Like this video and subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification button to get notified whenever we post. I think I covered everything just now. Alright.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I'll see y'all on the next one. Salam alaikum.
Bye.